right, you guys, let's get started. So I am excited to cover social media tonight. And I was sharing before some of you hopped on that this presentation that I have pulled up here, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to go through some of it, but this presentation is actually something that I did the first year I was with Isogenics. So I pulled this up earlier last week as I was prepping for this call, because when it comes to social media, I think sometimes people have a tendency to overcomplicate the use of social media, which then in return means people don't act on social media. They don't do it at all. And my point, I guess, is that my journey of social media truly has not changed since the first year I built with Isogenics almost 6 years ago. There's been a few small pivots, and I'm going to share what those are, especially in this current quote unquote COVID season. But the truth is, with the art of connecting and building relationships and sharing Isogenics, utilizing the beautiful tool of social media, nothing has changed. So there's no reason to overcomplicate it. There's no reason to get ready to get ready to get ready. There's no reason to think that you're doing it wrong, or you're not doing it right, or someone's doing it better than you, or you just can't do it at all. So you don't do anything when it comes to connecting and utilizing social media. So remember, this is from 2015, early 2015, and we're about to step into 2021, and nothing has changed as I go through this presentation. As you can see by the pictures, this is from 2015. And again, when I talk about my story, just like you, nothing has changed. Isogenics is still a huge part of our life. It's a huge part of our family. It's a huge part of what we share when we talk about Isogenics and the lifestyle and the community and the income opportunity and how it has impacted our family on social media. We share pictures just like this, okay? I want to talk a little bit about connecting, because when you can really shift your mindset when it comes to social media, when you can really shift your mindset to think about social media as a tool that you are using to build your Isogenics business, it becomes about full intentional connection. It becomes about creating connections. It becomes about adding to your list. So think about, who do you know? Think outside of the box. Strangers are only people we do not know yet. And when I think about the people that I personally have enrolled in Isogenics over the last, say, 24 months, 2 years, right? Almost 6 years into my build, a lot of the people I've enrolled in Isogenics in the last 2 years were people I did not know when I created this presentation 5.5 years ago, right? So strangers are only people you don't know yet, right? Continue to update your list. Continue to be connecting with new people. And then always, always, always ask for referrals, okay? I don't know if this is for you, but maybe this is for someone you know who's been praying for a wellness and or income opportunity, right? So again, always ask for referrals. Opportunities to connect. Here are ways that I'm still connecting with people 6 years later. Of course, social media, and we're going to talk about that. Play dates, right? School events, school Facebook groups, school Facebook events in this season, right? Inviting friends to get together, Zoom events, Google Meet events, right? Social events, those will resume at some point, you guys, right? So begin thinking about what will those look like for you, right? Daily, weekly routines, grocery store runs. I'm always connecting to the gal at the Starbucks counter at Hy-Vee. I'm always connecting with the cashier who's checking me out. I'm always actually very intentional about who I go to when I'm checking out at Hy-Vee. I never go to the self-checkout at Target because I don't have anyone to connect with at the self-checkout at Target, right? Okay. The gym, restaurants, right? Checking in with personal trainers and fitness gym owners right now who aren't able to open their studios, checking in to see how they're doing, how I can serve them, right? Stepping outside of your normal routine, and then travel. I know many of us aren't doing a whole lot of travel right now, but don't forget about travel. It will continue at some point, right? Ubers, airports, business meetings, all great places to connect with other people. If you've been around Isogenics for a while or you're new to Isogenics, you know FFORMC. Write this down, right? Connecting and building relationships. Where are you from? Tell them about your family. What do you do for a living? What are some of your hobbies? Find out what motivates people and then find common ground. Find common ground, okay? Don't be awkward, be yourself. All right, and we're going to talk a little bit about how to do FFORMC via social media, okay, in a season where we're not physically gathering as often as maybe we did last year. Social media as a business tool, right? I always say social media gives you a chance to pull back the curtains and let people have a peek into your life. People don't log on to Facebook or Instagram to buy something, right? So when you're crafting your weekly social media schedule, which we're going to do here in just a minute at the end of this call, I want you to think about your Facebook feed or your Instagram feed as just a billboard, right? Think of it as someone peeking in to what your lifestyle looks like, both Isogenics lifestyle and everyday lifestyle. Because let's face it, Isogenics is just a piece of your lifestyle puzzle, right? And I want you to think about that feed as a storytelling tool. It's not a sales tool. It's not a spam tool, right? Don't be spammerilla, right? It's just an opportunity for you to showcase all the things, all the product things, all the income things, all the community things, all the personal growth things, all the empowerment things, all the fitness things, all the recipe things, all the family things, right? Whatever that is for you, it's just an opportunity to showcase those things to your consistently ever growing network. Okay. And then when done correctly, social media, I believe, as many of you know, can be the biggest marketing tool in your toolbox. Okay. I still say to this day, almost 6 years later, 99.9% of my personal enrollments have happened off of the use of social media. Okay, especially in this last 8-month season, okay? The do's, okay, just a few of the couple do's I'm gonna touch on that again have not really changed in almost 6 years, okay? Have your profile picture be a profile picture of you, okay? The 10-4-1 rule, all that means, you guys, if you're new to using social media, is make sure that when you're crafting your social media series for the week, that you're integrating non-Isogenics, lifestyle-driven engagement posts, okay? Nobody wants to be spammed with Isogenics, okay? Model after success. I learned from so many other leaders in Isogenics the right way to utilize social media as a business building tool. Okay, so don't feel like you have to know everything. This is what leadership is for. This is what these calls are for, right? This is what YouTube is for. Go YouTube Isogenic social media trainings. You'll find a ton of incredible content and value on utilizing social media, okay? Be excited, be inspirational, be funny, right? Create a brand that feels really good to you. And if you're new to sharing Isogenics, please do not get wrapped up in branding yourself. Okay, even if you're seasoned in Isogenics, I don't get really wrapped up in branding myself, right? I always say, just do you. Find the things that provide you joy, your spiritual gifts, and go share about those things, those gifts on social media, okay? Be consistent. And if you take anything away from tonight's training, I want it to be this: be consistent. Consistency is everything. Consistency with the products in your body. But when we're talking specifically about the income opportunity and sharing Isogenics, consistency is key. If you're someone who's posting on social media once a week, I want to challenge you this week to begin posting 4 times a week. And if you're somebody that's posting 3 times a week, I want to challenge you this week to post 6 times. Okay? Consistency is key. Building rapport, okay? You must go build rapport with those on your list. And you remember one of the first slides was building your list, connecting with people and building your list. So literally, if you don't have a list of people, and I wish my camera was working, you guys, because I would show you at the top of my list, it says, I will bless the following people with the gift of Isogenics. And then I have a list of 150 names. Okay, so every time I pull out that list, right, my unconscious brain is going to work to remember that I'm going to bless the following 150 people with the gift of Isogenics. It's not going to work thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to enroll this person? I need to enroll this person. I need the PIB. I need the double PIB, right? The reason I write that at the top of my list is because I want my brain to go to work on building rapport and engaging with those 150 people with true, intentional, authentic, I'm going to bless these people with the gift of Isogenics, okay? So go view your list and then go build rapport and engage with those people, okay? Reach out to them, ask them how they're doing, go love on their social media, okay? And then of course, have some sort of organizational system in place so that you know who is commenting and responding. Okay, so pay attention to who's liking your social media. Pay attention to who's commenting on your social media, because those people, they're engaging with you. Don't ever go without engaging a like. Okay, if Sarah likes your content, go engage with Sarah, right? She's like high-fiving you. I always say like a like is like a high five in person, and a love is like a hug. Right? So Sarah's high-fiving or Sarah's hugging you, go engage with Sarah, right? Don't let likes and loves and comments go unacknowledged. Don't. Especially if you're a little bit newer to sharing Isogenics, and this has evolved, I think personally, a bit over the last couple of years, but I don't really use the word Isogenics a ton on my social media. you know, for no schemy kind of sly reason, I just really firmly believe that if I can get research-based factual isogenics information into the hands of my prospects, that's going to serve them and myself better than an Amazon.com or a Google.com. So I just don't. I use a lot of terms like nutritional cleansing, nutritional rebalancing, you know, whole body wellness, nourishment, health and wellness company, residual income opportunity. You know, those are just some of the key phrases that I use often in my social media. Real quick, a couple of the other don'ts. Energy attracts energy, right? So keep it classy. I don't engage in political banter on my social media. I don't whine, complain, cause drama, or sound desperate, because quite frankly, you guys, I don't want to attract those types of people into my business. You know, that's the gift of this opportunity, is we get to choose who we work with and who we link arms with, and those are just not the type of people that I surround myself with. So those are some of my personal don'ts. Best times to post. You know, again, none of this has changed. First thing in the morning, the lunch hour, and then I believe between 8:30 and 10 p.m. when maybe moms have tucked their kiddos in, or people are winding down at night. Okay. You know, weekend a little bit later in the morning than early in the morning. But don't get hung up on the best times to post, because then we are just like getting ready to get ready, right? Like, just be consistent. Just post at least once a day. Okay, so you've used social media, now what, right? So be active. Go intentionally engage on other people's social media. And I know that for some of you that sounds like a duh reminder, but the truth is, you guys, sometimes we get so focused on our own social media that we forget that other people's social media exists, right? I see some head shaking. So make sure that you're engaging on Instagram stories. Make sure you're engaging on Facebook stories and polls. Make sure that, yes, you're utilizing those features too, but that you're engaging on other people's. Make sure that you're going to other people from your lists, Facebook and Instagrams, and you're asking questions and you're congratulating and you're engaging them. Okay. We talked about continuing to make new connections. You know, don't push relationships. They're built over time, right? Don't ever judge someone's interest or your success, your social media success, by likes or comments. One of the questions I got tonight was, I get 100 likes and 100 comments when I post a picture of my family, but I only get 5 when I post something about isogenics, right? Like, welcome to the freaking club, right? I mean, like, that is it. Like, congratulations. Like, that's amazing, right? Like, I would like embrace that with massive gratitude. And if those 5 likes or 5 comments aren't people in isogenics, then I would go get to know those 5 people, because those people are freaking amazing. I would go engage with them, create a relationship with them. And honestly, if they are already in isogenics, I would go send them a note of gratitude for supporting your social media, because they get it. They're in the club, right? Okay, so don't ever judge someone like watching or being interested based off of comments and likes, because I can post like, what did you want to be when you grew up? And I can get 300 comments, and then I can post an amazing transformation and get none. But I can get 3 people enrolled that week, right? Because they saw that transformation. Okay, so just remember that it literally has nothing to do with who's commenting and liking. I don't even know, honestly, you guys, if I've really ever enrolled anybody, if I was going to be completely honest with you, that ever comments on any of my social media. I mean, I'm sure maybe I have over the last 6 years, but not a whole lot of people that I have personally enrolled in Isogenics, whether it's product or income opportunity, ever really comment on my social media. So they're watching, they're just not liking or commenting, right? So don't get hung up on that. Be persistent, follow up, follow up, follow up, follow up. 7 follow-ups on an average, 7 follow-ups. Okay, so you've gotta go to work on creating your list and using social media as just simply a billboard. Okay, social media is an amazing tool to showcase what we have, but a social media is not your enrollment agent, meaning it's not going to do the work for you. So you have got to get into people's inboxes. You have got to get people on the phone. You've got to get people via text message. You've got to be doing something like a 3x3x3. You've got to be asking people and inviting people to take a look. Okay. Social media is just kind of like an extra layer. It's like an extra tool. But social media is not going to enroll people for you. Social media is going to create a lot of curiosity. Social media is going to help expand your network. Social media is going to give you an opportunity to share incredible income stories and incredible transformation stories. And it's going to build a lot of validity, and it's going to build a lot of edification, and it's going to allow you to cultivate and add value to people's lives and showcase who you are and what your vision with this opportunity is, but it's not going to enroll people for you. So you really, if you're not getting into people's inboxes and inviting them to take a look, and you feel like maybe you're not enrolling people or your business isn't growing, I would really empower you and encourage you to begin following something like a 3x3x3 while using social media consistently. Okay. We always hear like the post and pray method, right? And if maybe you haven't, just know that just posting and thinking people are going to reach out to you and give you their credit card information because they're ready to go, that just doesn't happen. Okay, so I just want to be really honest about that. If someone tells you that happens, it might happen every once in a great while, but I can assure you guys it's not happening regularly for people. So take a deep breath and recognize that what's really happening is they're being consistent on social media, but they're also being very consistent behind the scenes, inviting people to take a look. Okay. All right, so these are some just product posts that I just wanted to like share because they're super simple. They're super simple, you guys. There's nothing special about this, right? There's nothing different. I'm using some of these still 6 years later for product posts. Okay. You know, nowhere does it really say Isogenics. You know, nowhere does it feel salesy or schemy or spammy. You know, it's just, they're just simply sharing the product, what the product can do, what the product has done, right? Lifestyle posts, some of my favorites, right? Just simply showcasing what the lifestyle of Isogenics feels like. Remember, emotion sells, feelings sell, right? Hitting those pain points sells, okay? Spamarilla does not sell, all right? Aggressive does not sell, okay? And then power posts, okay? Right? Being bold sells. Being bold sets you apart from every other human being sharing a network marketing product on social media, right? Being willing to be like ballsy and bold and convicted about what we offer with Isogenics. That's what people are attracted to. Okay. All right. Some of this has kind of shifted over the last couple of years, but just remember on social media, we still do not claim to cure medical diseases or medical diagnoses, okay? All right, so just remember to always stay compliant with social media. And then I was laughing because you guys, these are some of still my favorite resources, right? The official Isogenics podcast channel, Eric Worre Everything. I literally just got done doing his like whatever his GoPro thing. It was amazing. David Wood's series that we're wrapping up, right? On Thursday nights. It's been amazing. Okay. And then anything that Isogenics has put on about mastering the art of connection is always something that I'm plugging into. Okay. I want to share a few other things regarding social media before I open it up for some questions, okay? So this season specifically, okay, I know, because I'm a massive extrovert, I know that it's really easy during this season to hang your hat and my hat on the fact that we can't go out and meet people like we used to, right? You guys, that is why being consistent on social media is so important, because I have made so many new connections over the last 6 months of COVID, utilizing Instagram hashtags, Facebook groups, and just intentionally engaging in inbox with people in my social media network that maybe I didn't a year or two ago. Okay, so if you're telling yourself the story that you are not able to expand your network because of COVID, I really want to encourage you to take some time this week to rewrite that story. Okay, because social media is a business tool that during a season like this can be used with great intention very successfully. Okay, so go find those Facebook groups and go show up in those Facebook groups. Ask questions, answer questions. Pick a few people out in those groups that you feel like you really resonate with and go find them on social media. Okay. All right. Number 2, which I've been trying to do a lot of, and I know so many other people on this call I can see have also been doing this, engagement questions. Okay. Once a week, come up with a really fun engagement question, right? I just mentioned the one I did, I think a couple weeks ago, about what did you want to be when you were growing up, right? Or what is your favorite Christmas gift you've ever received? Or what's the best gift for a 10-year-old boy? Or what, I think I just did one this past week on what's the greatest lesson you've learned in 2020, right? Those are engagement questions. Those give people the opportunity to speak their heart, to give their opinion. And we all know people love to give their opinions, right? It creates an opportunity for people to come from behind the curtain, right? And they're seeing your social media because they're engaging on your social media, right? So create an engagement question a week. Okay. Be consistent in this season, you guys. We know that it's the holidays. There's a lot going on for people, okay? But trust me, people are still enrolling in Isogenics, okay? And for the people that aren't, I want you to be the person they think of on January 2nd when they decide that they're looking for a non-restrictive wellness solution and an unlimited income opportunity. I want you to be the person they think of. And if you're not showing up on social media in a bold and convicted, consistent way, you're not going to be the person they think of. It's going to be somebody else. Okay. I mentioned the 3x3x3 because that is a beautiful pairing for me personally with social media. Okay. And then I wrote in big capital letters, share the income opportunity. Share the income opportunity. Okay. So at least once a week, highlight someone's income story. Tonight, I shared Christine Brennan's income story. You guys, Christine made over $15,000. Okay, like that's amazing. That's amazing. Go share someone's income story once a week, right? Maybe it's $500, maybe it's $150, maybe you help somebody cycle for the very first time, right? Share the income opportunity at least once a week, because if you want to enroll people on your team who are going to duplicate leadership and who are going to help you experience the spider web effect of Isogenics, people need to know that there's an income opportunity available. And if you're not sharing about that income opportunity and you're just strictly sharing about the products, you're going to enroll a whole lot of really amazing product users, but you're not going to enroll very many business builders or product sharers, quite frankly. Okay. So go to work on challenging yourself to share a bit more about the income opportunity, especially in this season. Okay. And I know that that's a work in progress. It's been a work in progress for me too. So I feel you, I get it, right? Okay, but let's all make a commitment that going into 2021, we're gonna go to work on screaming about the income opportunity just as loud as we scream about the products, okay? All right, and I know I'm over you guys, but last but not least, I just wanna really briefly share with you how I plan out my social media, okay? So every Sunday, I take about 30 minutes and I get out a piece of notebook paper, all right? And across the very top, I write AM and PM. So I create two columns, an AM column and a PM column, and I draw a line down the middle. And then along the side, I write Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I'm creating rows. And I basically plan out my social media for the entire week. On Sunday evening, I'm doing a power post about the income opportunity. On Friday morning, I'm doing a power post about the income opportunity. On Monday morning, I'm doing a product post. On Monday night, I'm doing an engagement question. On Tuesday morning, I'm posting a transformation. On Tuesday evening, I'm going live about an empowerment strategy. On Wednesday morning, I'm posting a recipe for protein balls. On Wednesday night, I'm posting a picture of my kiddos talking about how grateful and proud of them I am for remote learning. You get my drift. So on Sundays, I'm planning my social media for the week. And I'm spicing it up twice a day with content that covers various different joyful categories for me personally, isogenics and non-isogenics. Okay. So I encourage you tonight, hopefully as soon as you hop off this call and you have massive behavior momentum going, as we call it in the therapy world, I hope you hop off the call tonight and you immediately begin planning out your social media for the next 7 days. And I hope that at least one of those posts involves the income opportunity. Okay, and I'll throw in at least one of them is an engagement question too, okay? All right, you guys, and if you have questions or you don't know ideas, go find ideas that resonate with you and save those posts. And then recycle them by creating verbiage that sounds like you in an authentic way, okay? All right, and always feel free to reach out to me about social media. I'm happy to chat more about it with you, but the key is just be consistent. Just be consistent. The teams that are growing in Isogenics are the teams that are utilizing the business tool of social media with massive consistency, okay, while having those behind the scenes conversations. All right. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to seeing a whole lot of badass social media over the course of the next 60 days of 2020. Have an awesome week, you guys.
Thank you.